What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Today I'm working on my replacement EJ for my STI, and I've got a little tip for you guys that could potentially save you a few bucks if you ever run into this issue. So if you're building a new engine for your STI like I am after a bearing failure, it's always a good idea to replace anything that touched oil. No matter how well you think you've cleaned it, there's always that, tiny percent chance that there's a little piece of metal in there and you could end up back at square one. But if you have a STI that's still running, you may be experiencing a check engine light for your AVCS solenoid, or what the service manual calls an oil control solenoid. First, we'll look at the ones that are on your intake side. So these ones here, Subaru offers a part number for just the solenoid. It would be kind of silly to have you replace this whole metal thing. But if you have looked into replacing the exhaust side, that's exactly what they do to you. If you look up the part number for the exhaust solenoid, it only comes for cars equipped with dual AVCS with the metal housing. So that can be quite a bit more expensive than just buying the solenoid. So if you've looked up the part numbers and you've sort of researched the replacement of these solenoids, you'll kind of be familiar with this. So this is how Subaru wants to sell you these solenoids. So unlike the intake side, this is one part number rather than two. But as you can see here, these actually come right out. So before I even knew that, I figured these were a service item. You could just buy these and be on your way. So after looking around, I didn't really find what I was looking for. So I happened to stumble upon a Reddit post, and I know, Reddit is probably not a great place to get trustworthy information, but there was a post from a guy saying that there was an alternative part number, which is basically this. So here is a part number for just the solenoid. And depending where you are, depending what year you're finding this video, will depend on how much savings you might get. But right now, at the time of filming this video, which is October 2024, this unit together in Canadian pesos is over $400. Now this on its own, still expensive. It was just under 200, but still. And keep in mind that is with a Subaru Club discount, a very hefty discount. So this is not cheap, and I don't know why Subaru does this to you, because you also have to buy gaskets, but these are not much. I'll throw up an image of the comparison with the part numbers from the Reddit post so you can see the difference. Now, so take it with a grain of salt if you want to go ahead and try this. But, looking at these two solenoids here. So this is the brand new one with the other part number. This is the one that came out of the metal housing. They are basically, to me, they're identical. So I can't really see any difference. If there's some sort of difference with how they control the oil or the flow rates or something like that, I don't know. So that's why I say, if you have found this video, take this information with a grain of salt. It definitely is a little bit of a risk trying this out, but to me these look exactly the same. And the info from the Reddit post says the guy swapped these out on his 2018 STI that was giving him an engine code, and few thousand miles have gone by, no issues. So like I said, I mean, the evidence seems to point that this is a cheaper solution. But again, sort of do this at your own risk. If you're wondering what car this actually comes from, this is actually the intake side solenoid for, I think it's an 04 to 06 STI. So perhaps the reason why Subaru doesn't want to sell you just the solenoid is just for the fact that there may be there may be little bits of metal in here if you do have a bearing failure, but chances are most people won't. So if that is the case for you, if you did have a bearing failure, just make sure you clean the hell out of this. I did scrub this out pretty good, rinsed it out, used compressed air to blow out these little passages. They're not really super complicated, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue to get all the gunk out. But yeah, basically you take your solenoid, they are covered in oil already, so you don't really have to put anything more on them. Just line that up there, press it on, and there you go. And then take the bolt that comes with it, or sorry, doesn't come with it, that you took out, tighten that up, and there you go. That is basically what Subaru wants to sell you for, you know, over $400 Canadian. So here's the other side. Again, same thing. Nice thing about this is both sides take the same part number, so click. Snug that down. Snug that one down too. But there you go. You potentially just saved yourself over $200 there. So yeah, the only thing you really need to do is just at this point is pick up some new gaskets and reinstall. And here are the two gaskets that you will need because they are side specific, left and right. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out. Leave a comment below if you've actually heard of this mod, or not mod, but alternate part number. And if you actually have some real world experience with this, I'm 99% confident that these part numbers do actually interchange. Fortunately, the only concrete evidence I have is from a Reddit post, so that's where that little bit of doubt comes from. And nobody really seemed to have any comments in my local Subaru forums and groups. So they must have thought I seemed like a crazy person. But I'm all about saving money, especially when you're building a new engine. So hopefully this video has helped you out. Like I said, leave a comment below if you try this, or if this is absolutely wrong, also comment and let me know so I can quickly fix this. But yeah, anyways, that's about all I had for today. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Consider supporting the channel by buying a coffee at the link below, and I'll leave all the part numbers and everything in the description, as well as the link to the Reddit post. So thanks again for watching.